everyone! We're back for more Inferring with Poetry. Let's start by reviewing our poem from the last video, White Sheep on a Blue Hill. What were you thinking that poem was about? Well, the author was writing about clouds. Now that I've told you that's what the author's writing about, let's think about all the words from that poem and see if they match. White sheep on a blue hill. That was kind of the clue that made me think this is going to be about not a real sheep, but something else, because a sheep wouldn't be on a blue hill. So when I hear that, and I know that now the author's thinking of a cloud, I think about those puffy white clouds that I might lay on my back and look at on a sunny afternoon. And I've looked up at the clouds before and thought, oh, that one looks like a sheep. So that makes sense to me. And on a blue hill, so instead of being on the green grass, they're set in the blue sky. When the wind stops, you all stand still. So if there's no wind, the clouds don't move. But when the wind blows, you walk away slow. So the wind is powerful enough to move the clouds. White sheep, where did you go? I think all of those words match with the author's idea of clouds. Now, you might have thought of something different, and that's okay as long as all of your evidence matches. Because the poem I'm going to read with you today, let me share you a little secret with you. One of our older second grade teachers, Mrs. Thompson, she and I taught this poem for a few years, and all along, she knew what the poem was about, and I thought the poem was about something different, and we both had really good evidence to support our ideas, but we had different ideas. Sometimes that happens, and that's okay as long as you're making sure that your evidence matches your inference. So let's look at today's poem. Remember, we're going to be inferring, which means we're using our background knowledge and the evidence from the text to create our own idea or answer, and the answer must make sense with the whole text. Here's today's poem. Remember, you might have a different idea than someone else. You just need to support it with your evidence. Who lives inside a house that doesn't have a door? It doesn't have a window or light inside, what's more. Who lives inside a house with walls so frail and thin that when he once comes out, he cannot go back in. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's think about that a little bit more. So we're trying to think of something that is like a house. So something, an animal maybe, or an object that lives inside of a house, a container that doesn't have a door. It doesn't have a door, how's it going to get inside? It doesn't have a window. So it can't go in a window, it can't go in a door. Or light inside. So no door, no window, no light. Who lives inside a house with walls so frail and thin. There's where I have to stop and think, what do those words mean? Frail means really fragile or easily broken. And we know that thin is kind of a skinny, like real skinny. So who lives inside a house, no door, no window, no light. It's very fragile, easily broken. The walls are thin. That when he once comes out, he cannot go back in. So whatever's living inside of this, once it goes out, it never goes back in. What could this be? Let's follow our steps. We've read all the words in the poem. We were thinking about the meaning of those words. What are we starting to picture in our mind as we read? Now let's read it one more time and think, do all those words support the image I have? So do you have your idea in your head what this could be? Let's check those words. Who lives inside a house that doesn't have a door. It doesn't have a window or light inside, what's more. Who lives inside a house with walls so frail and thin that when he once comes out, he cannot go back in. Now that we've read that poem again and checked our idea against all of the words, now you're going to write about it and explain your evidence. Remember, even Mrs. Thompson and I had different ideas at one point, so you might have a different idea. The key is supporting your idea with the evidence and making sure that it matches with all the words in the poem. And then in my next video, I'll tell you what we each were thinking. And you tell us if you think that both of those made sense. So remember, you're going to write down what you're inferring. You're going to write down the words from the poem that helped you, and then explain what that reminded you of from your life. And then again, what words from the poem helped you and what that reminds you of in your life. This is the one we'd like you to take a picture of this week and send back to your teacher so that we can see all of your great ideas and compare them to ours and check out your evidence. So remember, take a picture and send that to your teacher. Bye.